So, we just got back from the Outer Banks, and we went with Monty's oldest son and his wife Amber, and their two children, Paxton and Brantley. And then we went with Monty's middle son, Andrew, and his boyfriend Dylan. And then we went with my sister and her son Reed. And then we also went with Tom and Shelby, which are friends of Monty Jr.'s. So we went with a lot of people. And it was a pretty good time. It was. I'm kind of wanting to do a review of the Outer Banks in general and how our vacation went. So we stayed with Surfer Sound Realty, and we also stayed with Surfer Sound Realty last year. Both houses are really nice. I mean, there's not one house that's going to be perfect. You know, we were impressed with the house. The house was pretty nice. It had everything you could need, and usually they do. Another good rental company to rent from is Twitty. That's a really good rental company, and you can rent through them up in Corolla area where the wild horses are. So on this trip, we did see the wild horses. We went through, I think it's called Corolla Adventures. And my husband said they're pretty good because we saw other wild horse tours that they had like Hummers, and the vehicle that we went with the Corolla Adventures, you could see better, you know, in there. And that's what he thought, and it was great. I mean, and when you go on the wild horse tours, I mean, you see at least 20 horses, you know, it's just so many horses you can't even count. And if you're lucky, you will see them on the beach, and that is beautiful. I've seen them on the beach before, and they just walk along, you know, like no big deal. They're used to people, but you're not supposed to get close to the horses, you know. And another rule when you're in the Outer Banks, do not climb on the dunes, okay? Just don't do it. That's their only protection, you know, if there's a hurricane or anything. Anyway, let's see. My sister and Monty went up in Caratuck Lighthouse, and there's a video he posted on our YouTube channel about that. And the views up there are gorgeous. You can see the sound and the ocean, the whole area. You can see the Whalehead Club. It's really nice. But we did some shopping. I bought some AI glasses that, you know, I still have to learn about. Got a lot of OBX t-shirts. I've got one on now, Highway 12. Got a lot of stickers and magnets. Let's see, what else did we do? We went to Ocracoke Island, took the ferry, went to Ocracoke, and rented a golf cart from, what was the golf cart place, babe? Wheelie Fun. And this is hilarious, okay? We watched a video, an in-depth video about the Outer Banks, and I think it was Peter Santinello. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. He's got great videos. Great. Check his channel out. But anyway, we saw the older guy that he interviewed, and it was great. We saw him on the golf cart, and we were like, oh my gosh, there he is. Stop him. I said, stop him. So Monty stops him, and he's like, hey, I saw you on YouTube, you know, and it was just a good time. Ocracoke's great. I highly recommend Smacknelly's, okay? It's right on the Sound. You know, it's great place to eat, good atmosphere. They have t-shirts you can buy. Another good place we went to this time is called Howard's Pub, and we have a little snapshot of that on our YouTube channel as well. They have some really good food. We show the menu. Let's see. Another good place to eat that I really liked is called Miller's in Miller's is on, I think it's Miller's on the Water or something like that. It's in Nag's Head or Kitty Hawk. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not sure where it's at. It's around there, but look it up. It's called Miller's. And my husband said it's the best salad he ever ate in his life, and I have to agree with him. And overall, the food was amazing at Miller's. Another good place is Miro's Cafe. Now, it's a little joint, and it's in Waves, which is where we stayed. And it's like a surfing vibe. When you go in there, they've got local brew. They've got some TVs up, and it's always got surfing on, and they've got great food. Good prices, too. So we went to eat at Miro's a couple times, and then one good thing they have, which I fell in love with, is they have gravy fries. Is it just called gravy fries, babe? Yeah. Yeah, it was so good. My husband got it, and he was like, Anna, you have to try this. And so I tried it, and I was like, oh, this is what I've been missing. I mean, it is so good. Let's see. Oh, my favorite place, okay, is called Real. R-E-A-L, and it's in Waves. So if you're in the Outer Banks, you have to check it out. It's a great spot to eat. They have picnic tables, and you can eat right outside on the sound front and watch the sunset. They also have a little shop there. They also have surfing lessons, kiteboarding lessons. They have jet ski rentals. They have it all. And they even have a little top tier you can go up to and watch the sunset. They even have like this round swing. You can sit in it and watch the sunset, and it's a good spot for a picture. I even had my picture taken there. It's great. And that, little place is on our YouTube channel as well. I'm trying to think of what else. Did I already talk about the wild horses, babe?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see, what else did we do? We went on Jeanette's Pier. We went on Rodanthe Pier, which was nice. A little windy, but it was still nice. We had a bonfire on the beach at our house in Hatteras, which you can do if you're staying in Hatteras. You can have a bonfire on the beach, which is amazing. There is nothing like having a bonfire on the beach and looking at the Milky Way or finding some whelk shells. We found a couple, but last year we actually found like 20 whelk shells. I think it just depends on, what time of year you go or if a storm rolled through or something. But yeah, I mean, it's just a great time. It's a good family atmosphere. The Outer Banks is such a good family atmosphere. It's not touristy. There's not a lot of high rises. Usually in the Outer Banks, most people rent houses. They rent the house for the week. It's usually Saturday to Saturday. A lot of times you can find, half rental where you can rent it, just a few days. Sometimes you can find that, but the majority are home rentals there, like Surfer Sound or Twitty Realty. It's really good. And usually the houses are filled with everything you'd need. Everything. I mean, plates, games, hot tub, pool, elevator. We had an elevator this time. You can get whatever you need, usually with these houses. If you want a little house, they have those that you can rent. If you don't want to spend the extra money and you don't want to get an in-ground pool or a hot tub, you just want to relax and chill and, just stay on the Sound or Canal side, they have that too. So all options are there, and it's a good place to get away. I'm trying to think of what else we did. Well, we just had beach days. Trying to think. Well, Monty Jr. and his friend, they went on, I think it was Bonner Pier. Now, I could be wrong. But they went on a pier and they went fishing and caught them some fish. And I forget what they caught, what kind of fish they caught. But they caught a few fish. So that was pretty cool. My husband went to Kitty Hawk Kites. And he has a problem because he can't go in there that often because he ends up buying like, 3 or 4 kites. So he came back with a kite, and I think he had more fun than Brantley with the kite. He was out there for hours with this kite, and it was huge, gorgeous kite. Our house came with a hot tub, and we chilled out in that hot tub and, went in the pool and just laid out and had fun. I mean, this house had a pool table, and it was great. It was a good time. What am I missing? I feel like I'm missing something that we did. There's all kinds of things to do there, though. They even have like boat rentals. You can rent a boat and sail out and do that if you want to do it. There's all kinds of things to do there. You can go fishing, charter fishing. You can learn surfing. I mean, there's just all kinds of stuff to do there. But it's a good getaway. Really good getaway. So now, last year and this year we're already thinking about the next time we go. My husband said, maybe I'll fly. Maybe I'll fly, and then when I get there, rent a vehicle. Because from here, where we're at in Indiana, it's like a 12-hour drive. So it's a really long drive. But, what we wanted to do is we wanted to go down Friday, and when we got tired, stop and spend the night somewhere at a hotel, wake up, and then drive the rest of the way Saturday, because check-in's at 4. That would have been ideal, but his work made him work Friday. So we had to drive straight through Saturday. Not a good thing for him at all. He was not happy with that. Where are you, babe? One thing I did see that I liked personally, they have local brew. It's kind of cool. I mean, and it's really good. It's like Belgium ale, I never really got into that stuff, but theirs is not that bad. So I got some of that. They have little outlet places as well as the local, shops and stuff you can go into. And this year, my sister went, which is special to me. I'm glad she came. I really like that. We had fun. And like I said, I think we found a couple whelks, or everybody found a couple whelks. I know we found one. We were going to go to the graveyard of the Atlantic Museum, which is, we didn't know this is where it was last year. We actually saw it this year. We were right there by the ferry, where the ferry goes out to Ocracoke, and I was like, wait a minute. I said, is that it? And it was. Graveyard of the Atlantic Museum, but they weren't open yet. So what we ended up doing was going on the beach right across the way, because there was a public access. So we went, and sure enough, I found a whelk shell. I said, Tina, is that what I think it is? Because the whole time, that's what I'm looking for. And sure enough, that's what it was. And I let her have it because we already have like 20 shells from last year that are just huge. But needless to say, I didn't go to the graveyard of the Atlantic Museum again. So this is the second year now I've wanted to go and I didn't get to go. So the next time we go, I'm going to make sure I go to the graveyard of the Atlantic Museum. But I just wanted to give y'all a preview of, not a preview, or a review of the Outer Banks and what it's like, and tell you how our vacation went. And pretty soon here we'll be going other places. I think he's got another vacation coming up in November. So I know we'll be maybe doing something then. I'm not sure where, but anyway, because I'm just rambling on. Until next time, love and travel. Subscribe if you like us. Like it if you want. Bye.